Hello everyone, Soberoni of G&A Reviews here with a video on the upcoming free 4-star ticket in FGO-NA. Yes, for those of you who are unaware, we are going to be receiving a free 4-star pick ticket in FGO, and it's going to allow you to pick any 4-star you want from a pool. This pool is going to include all 4-star servants except limited servants, so Summer servants and Passion Lip are going to be excluded. However, you will be able to pick any story lock servants as well. So naturally, this is going to be a big pool of 4 stars to choose from, so I thought it'd be a good idea to do a quick video giving my recommendations for who you should pick. Of course, I always recommend going with your waifu or husband though, that way you're never disappointed. However, if you want some opinions geared towards gameplay, then this list is for you. I'm going to give my opinions based exclusively on gameplay, class availability, and limited status. So without further ado, here are my top 7 picks that you should consider for the free SR ticket. And at the very top of our list is Gorgon. She is a 4-star Avenger with a very good overall skill set. She has a monstrous attack steroid, a stun, and even some utility because she has an NP charge on her NP for the whole party. So she does bring a lot to the table. Of course, Avenger class in and of itself is a big plus. It's a very rare class that not everyone has access to, so if you don't have an Avenger, now is the perfect time to pick one up to make fighting rulers a whole lot easier. And even though Shinjuku Avenger is also an option here, the reason I'm rating Gorgon just a bit higher on the list is because she does have story locked limited status. She is a very rare servant to acquire because you can only get her when she is specifically on rate up unless you're rolling the story gacha, which you should never really do. So this is actually one of the very few times you can easily acquire her. However, do keep in mind that even though she is an Avenger with a really good kit, she is overall underwhelming. So I only recommend going for her if you don't already have an Avenger, or if her limited status appeals to you. And surprising absolutely nobody, it didn't take very long for our first Berserker to make the list. At number 6, we have the Eldorado Berserker. She has among the highest single target damage potential of any 4-star servant, even when compared to the other Berserkers, and she has the added bonus of being able to support your Buster team with her Charisma and AoE Buster buff, giving her quite a bit of utility on top of her damage. What further separates her from other Berserkers in her class is that she has the ability to charge her own Noble Phantasm meter, making her Noble Phantasm a lot more reliable without having to use a max limit broken Kaleidoscope. She's basically going to fit right at home among any kind of Buster team, even with other Berserkers. Just be careful as she is prone to mistaking you for Achilles. And sliding into our top 5, we have Nightless, another dark-skinned beauty. She is the best farming servant in the game, probably bar none at this point, and she can absolutely trivialize most event farming. If you lack a good farming servant, Nightless more than makes up for it, as her very high chance to inflict instant death on weaker enemies makes her an auto-include in almost any kind of serious farming team. And she's definitely coming in handy right now during Nerofest. As a bonus, she can also double as a tank thanks to her healing, debuff removal, and guts combo, as well as a nice amount of HP. Of all these servants on this list, I will say Nightless is probably going to be the most practical and widely used, simply because she can do her job efficiently without any assistance. So if the thought of an auto farmer entices you, you know who to pick. And sticking with our arts theme, we have Sabre Lancelot coming in at number 4. Sabre-Lot is arguably the strongest offensive arts servant in FGO-NA right now. He packs absolutely monstrous crit buffs and damage, and his Noble Phantasm comes equipped with an arts buff and is very much spammable. But what further adds on to Sabre-Lot's appeal is that he is very self-sufficient. He does not need a Tamamo or Waver to keep him afloat. In fact, Sabre-Lot doesn't even need a star generator because he has his own self-sustaining crit engine built into his skills. This means he can work in nearly any arts team without wasting your team's resources. So if you are lacking in arts support or a full-on arts team, Sabre-Lot is exactly what you need, as he'll be able to carry the load for you as you begin to build your arts team, and he'll only get stronger the more parts you add. You simply cannot go wrong with picking Sabre Lancelot, unless you introduce him to your waifu. At number 3, we have a servant that is often overlooked when considering the top 4-star servants, but nevertheless deserves her spot, Assassin of the Nightless City. This assassin works extremely well as both a support and a boss killer. She has a skill set that is built towards supporting any kind of quick team by lowering enemy defense and giving out quick buffs. She can even buff herself with her incredibly strong Imperial privilege, and she has among the strongest noble phantasms in the game for an assassin. And her support capabilities are especially in demand now as the quick meta hasn't fully developed in NA yet, and she's an essential component to any kind of quick team you may want to build. But she's going to become even better as time goes on due to the meta shift and buffs that she receives, so her value is only going to increase over time. Whether you need a high damage assassin to take care of those pesky rider bosses, or you need somebody to form the backbone of your quick team, Assassin of the Nightless City is going to be your best pick. And at number 2, we have Gil Caster. Gil Caster is the absolute best art support outside of Tamamo. And in a lot of ways, he is like a 4-star Tamamo that is much more offensively oriented. He single-handedly enables high burst damage in almost any arts team, and he also enables arts crit teams. There aren't many good crit star generators for arts servants, so if you're planning on building any kind of arts crit team, Caster Gil is almost a necessity. He can even work well in stall teams due to his ability to lower enemy debuff resist and increase your team's defense. His insanely high utility and buffs make him invaluable to any type of arts team. Plus, if you wait around to next summer, he even gets a snazzy new outfit. And finally, my top recommendation for who to pick with your free 4-star ticket is who else but Herc. Herc is simply king of the 4-star servants. If you're a brand new player, I highly recommend considering picking up Hercules as your free 4-star servant. Among his many strengths is his ability to clear very early game content by himself. Herc alone can carry you all the way up until Camelot and crush any story event all by himself. So he makes the ride through story mode and story events much easier and much quicker. But even if you aren't a brand new player, Herc remains top tier for now and forever. He has the perfect mix of survivability and damage. He's practically unkillable once you obtain his Bondcraft Essence because he has 4 guts and an evade, and because he has a single target Buster Noble Phantasm and a Berserker deck, he's going to be putting out a ton of damage. So no matter who you are, if you don't have Herc, you should do Ilya a favor and pick him up. And those are my recommendations for who to pick up with your free 4-star ticket, but let me know what you guys think. Who are you most excited for and who do you plan on picking? Let me know in the comments below. Also, if you're more curious about any of these servants, make sure you check out my servant spotlights where I go into deeper detail on each of them. Those will be linked in the description below. Leave a like if this video did help, and consider subscribing so you can catch all my videos as they're uploaded. If you haven't already, do join the party over on our Discord, follow us on Twitter, and follow us on Twitch, and do check out the Patreon. We have brand new rewards up that you guys might be interested in, including a live watch of Fate Grand Order Babylon with us. All of that is linked in the description below as well, but until next time, this is Sabre signing out. Later.